Hey, good morning, options traders, and happy Friday to everyone. This is a little different video from what I normally do. It's more of a, I guess you could call it a public service announcement for our traders in this group. But the question is, what are nanos? Well, we've had a couple of big historic events that happened this quarter, first quarter of 2022. We had Tuesday, Thursday expirations on the S&P 500. Up until now, we've had Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so now we have expirations for the entire week. And then number two, the CBOE has recently introduced nanos. So what in the world are nanos? So before we answer that, please remember to click like. It goes a long way into promoting the channel, and it would be very much appreciated. So, nanos. Yep, they're a new product by the CBOE. That's the Chicago Board Options Exchange. They are options on the SPX or the S&P 500. There's probably a chance you're going to see these rolled out fairly soon on other indexes and then stocks. But typically the CBOE will always roll out products very slowly, usually on an index first, just to make sure there are no bugs in the products or the ideas, the system. And then once they get all that stuff ironed out, you'll see it rolled out. So these are European style contracts, which remember means they can be exercised only at expiration. Now, as always, you can always close them at any time in the market, but you cannot exercise them. But whether you close or exercise, they are cash settled, so you're not going to receive shares or the index or anything like that. It's just going to be cash. They do have very limited strikes, and of course that could be a benefit, especially for the new traders who can get absolutely overwhelmed with all of the strikes, especially on things like Amazon or Nvidia, where you've got all kinds of volatility. You're just going to have a handful of strikes. But here's the big news. These are basically your standard options, but with a 1 multiplier. Yep, you heard that right, a 1 multiplier. This is the smallest multiplier of any contract in history. So I think most of you know that when we have a standard option, it has a 100 multiplier, at least in most cases, and that means when you see the price, let's say at $3, it really means you have to pay 300. That's what it means to have a 100 multiplier. Well, now it's a 1 multiplier, so the price that you see on your broker's platform is the full price that you pay. So for some more specs, the nanos are based on 1/10 of the XPX value. They trade under the ticker nanos. But if you type that into your broker's platform right now, you will most likely see the level of the index and the trading in the fairly recent history here. But from what I have seen, most of the brokers do not actually have the options listed yet, even though technically they are supposed to be out. The nanos will have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday expirations. So for example, let's say if the SPX index, right around 4,300 right now, and that means the SPX contract has a $430,000 notional size. That's just 100 times 4,300. Well, the nanos are going to be 430 bucks. So if you see a standard SPX call trading for 3, as I just mentioned, that actually really means $300. But if you're trading the nanos, it means 3, as in just $3. And that's it. So when you exercise, again, it results in the delivery of cash on the following business day. And the settlement amount works just like any other cash settled index. It will be the difference between the settlement amount and the strike price. So let's say if you have a 420 call that you paid $3 for, and the SPX closes at 4,300, it means your nanos closed at 430. So on an exercise, it would be $10 in cash. That's just the difference between the 420 strike and the 430 index level. And because you paid 3, that would be a $7 profit. So there's going to be a lot of potential benefits for these options. I want to wait till they start trading before we start talking about them, but one that comes to mind immediately is the ability to scale in and out far more efficiently, or at least by taking smaller bites. If you have to cough up $300 for each contract, or if you're trading in lots of 10, $3,000, it gets really expensive. And it can start challenging your nerves if you're seeing a downward market and you're trying to scale into a position. But with nanos, it becomes really easy because it's a contract multiplier of 1. So I just wanted to point that out, a couple of big moments in financial history, especially for all of our new traders, and I will definitely keep you posted as we start getting more news about nanos. And for anyone who'd like to learn more about the art and science of options trading, please check out the Alpha Trader course, Strategy Lab, and a technical analysis course. You can find it all at optionsatoz.com. Also, please join us on the YouTube channel, Options A to Z Facebook Trading Group, and you can find a link in the description below.